This is Morning Motivation for Educators on the Bee Podcast Network. Learn about all the shows at beepodcastnetwork.com. You'll hear from a variety of formal and informal educators who help put this podcast together. If you'd like to contribute your voice to this show, please go to morningmotivationedu.com to apply.
Welcome to Morning Motivation for Educators. I'm Danielle Nuhfer, a former teacher who knows firsthand how exhausting and overwhelming this work can be. After 20 years in the classroom and 2 bouts of burnout, I found tools to help teachers not just survive, but thrive. I created Teaching Well to help educators like you manage stress, find balance, and reconnect with the passion that brought you to teaching. This podcast is your space to breathe, reflect, and take those small steps toward feeling more grounded and fulfilled. Your well-being is crucial to your school's success, and I'm here to support you. So with that, let's begin. Today I want to share with you 5 tools that might help you find a little more calm amidst the chaos in your classroom. These are not tools for your students. They are mindful approaches for you, the teacher. These tools have been my guide for years, offering quick, mindful techniques that will benefit your students, but it's not because you're having them do them. It's because you're actually doing them, and they get the benefit of having you present and more responsive rather than reactive. So number 1, take 3 breaths. So this might be a little trite and overused, but I want to encourage you to take 3 breaths during certain parts of your day. They could be planned or they could be unplanned. And I sometimes just put my hand on my heart, and the kids don't even notice I'm doing this. And I might even turn away from them, and I'll look at the corner and I just take a breath and take 2 and then take 3. And they don't necessarily even know what I'm doing, but I just needed that moment to regroup. So sometimes I do it at the beginning of class and then in the middle and at the end. And sometimes I just do that because I need a way to regroup. I do this with my kids at home too. So they know this 3 breath, just way for me to pause. The second practice is called a body scan. So I'm sure that we know what body scans are all about, but this one is kind of like a body scan on the go. So it could be when you're sitting at your desk trying to eat your lunch. You just kind of do a body scan from your head to your toes. The other thing that you might, or other place you might want to do a body scan is actually when you're walking. So you might be walking to your mailbox and either walk swiftly or more presently. And you're just kind of doing a little body scan from your head to your toes. Where do you need to relax? Do you need to lower your shoulders, unclench your jaw? What does it feel like to be in your body right now? And maybe you just need to give yourself a little self-massage, on your arms or your shoulders. Maybe you need to just, and I'm doing this as I'm talking, lift your shoulders up and back to kind of give yourself a little bit of, a little bit of self-care through your day. But just focusing on when you do your body scan, are you thirsty? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Are you hungry? Doing that body scan throughout our day can help us cue in and tune in to what you are needing at that moment. Instead of, again, I say that white knuckling to the end of the day, the weekend, the next vacation. When we practice this body scan idea throughout our day, we are more readily able to try to give ourselves a little bit more of what we need. It doesn't mean that it's perfect every day, and it doesn't mean that it's immediate. But if I need to go to the bathroom all day long and I just keep pushing it off because I don't want to think about it, maybe I need to try to figure out a solution that will work, because these are basic needs that need to be met. All right. And the final practice is called caring practice. So This is when you wish yourself, your students, and those around you well. You don't say this stuff out loud, although you could. But what I do is I repeat the following phrase to myself as I'm walking down the hall, as I'm walking into a meeting, as I'm walking into a classroom, or my class is walking into me. I'll just say something like, may I enjoy well-being, happiness, and peace. May I enjoy well-being, happiness, and peace. And you could say whatever words you want to say to yourself. But you also want to wish this to your students. May you enjoy well-being, happiness, and peace. And again, you don't need to say it to them out loud, but this can just be something that you say before you get on the phone with a parent or with an administrator. You have a meeting. These wishes that we wish ourselves, we also want to extend to others. And when we start to wish ourselves well and wish others well, because we're all humans on this journey, it really starts to change and shift how we show up with our students and with the adults that are in our schools. So those are the 3 practices I want to give you, or tools to find calm amidst the chaos in your classroom and in the school. So 3 breaths, body scan, or caring practice. I highly suggest choosing one of them this week and going from there, seeing how it works, and maybe choose another one the next week. So as you continue teaching the school year, I want you to just try to embrace these mindfulness practices as a way of not necessarily teaching directly your students anything, but you showing up with a different and better presence of mind. Thanks for joining me today. If you're ready to dive deeper into your own well-being, check out my book, The Path of the Mindful Teacher, or join the monthly Teaching Well with Mindfulness sessions to connect and recharge. Find links for these and other ways we can work together in the show notes or at teachingwell.life. Remember, caring for yourself is the best way to care for your students.
Thanks for listening. And whatever role you have in education, we have a podcast for you at bpodcastnetwork.com. Who among your friends and colleagues needs to hear this message today? Please share it with them right now.